Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leah from VinceLeah.com, and today we're going to be talking about gluten-free flour. And the biggest complaint I hear about gluten-free flour is that it's difficult to bake with and food just doesn't taste as good. And I get it because I felt the same way. And the reason was I was substituting gluten-free flour as a direct one-to-one replacement for regular flour. And you really can't do that. And once I found out the correct measurements to use and which gluten-free flours to use, the results actually tasted just as good as regular wheat flour. Now, I switched to a mainly gluten-free diet due to my ulcerative colitis, and I've been making a lot of gluten-free recipes. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 3 gluten-free flours that I've been using, go over some of their health benefits, and also a recipe that I've used each of those flours in. Now, each of the gluten-free flours, along with the recipe video, is linked in the description box below. Number 1, oat flour. Now, in addition to being a great source of protein and low in fat, oats have a lot of great other health benefits as well. Now, oats are high in soluble fiber. And why is soluble fiber so important? Well, soluble fiber can help reduce the amount of cholesterol that's absorbed into the bloodstream. Now, that can lower your bad cholesterol and also may reduce your risk for heart disease. Now, oats are naturally gluten-free. However, a lot of times during harvesting or processing, they become cross-contaminated by grains that actually have gluten in them. And they can only be sold as gluten-free as if they're prepared in a separate facility. So if you do have a gluten sensitivity, be really careful when purchasing oats and make sure they are processed in a separate facility and are certified gluten-free. Now, I recently made some healthy chocolate brownies that had zucchini in them and also featured this gluten-free oat flour from Bob's Red Mill, and the brownies tasted delicious. Number 2, arrowroot flour. Now, arrowroot flour is also known as arrowroot powder and arrowroot starch, but they're all basically the same thing. Now, arrowroot flour is essentially a starch. It can be used as a thickening agent for recipes like sauces, and you can also use it to replace cornstarch in recipes for cakes and breads. Now, a lot of the cornstarches available on the market are made with genetically modified corn, so substituting that with arrowroot flour can be a healthier alternative. Now, arrowroot flour is allergen friendly and virtually tasteless, so you can easily use it in almost any recipe. It's high in vitamin B and has more protein than most other starches. Now, I recently did a recipe for lemon bars made out of cauliflower that featured Feel Good Organics arrowroot powder. Now, these lemon bars were amazing and you couldn't even taste the cauliflower. Number 3, coconut flour. Now, coconut flour is simply the meat of a coconut that's been dried and ground up. And like arrowroot flour, coconut flour is a little different than most flours since it's not made out of a grain or a nut. Now, coconut flour is high in protein, fiber, and healthy fats. However, coconut flour can be very difficult to work with. It's very absorbent, so a little goes a long way. Now, it has a tendency to be dry and clump up, so make sure you're mixing well and the batter has a lot of moisture. Another thing to remember about coconut flour is that different brands can give you different results, so you want to check the batter when you're making something and adjust it accordingly to get your desired consistency. Now, I made some 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies with this Arrowhead Mills coconut flour, and they came out perfect. But remember, you may need to adjust it slightly based on the consistency that you're looking for and the coconut flour that you're using. So don't forget to check out all these gluten-free flours and recipes. Link for that information is in the description box below. And this has just been my experience using all these different gluten-free flours. So let me know in the comments if you use gluten-free flour and what your experience has been. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and remember to keep living fit from food. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.